Comcast Sportsnet, part of the NBC Sports Group.
With the Game 3 shutout on Wednesday versus the Cubs, the Sox avoided a 3-game sweep and remained a half game back of the Indians in the American League Central race. And tonight, a familiar National League Central opponent is on deck right here as the Sox and the Brew Crew renew their once-heated rivalry. It's interleague play, and it continues next on Comcast Sportsnet. We are coming to you from the city beautiful Chicago, Illinois, where tonight Comcast Sportsnet presents White Sox baseball. It's Paul Konerko, Adam Dunn, Chris Sale and the Sox as they get set to butt heads with Zach Greinke and the Milwaukee Brewers. Hi, everybody, and welcome. I'm Ken Harrelson. He's Steve Stone as we get set to bring you the first of this 3-game set. As you know, the Sox had an off day yesterday, and it was a welcome off day. It's been a long week. We went to, to St. Louis and L.A. Then all of a sudden the Cubs come in here. They take the first two, so the Sox shut them out on Wednesday 7-0. So the Sox come in at 36-33, just a half game back of the Cleveland Indians. And tonight, Chris Sale.
Chris Sale going to the mound at 8-2, and his ERA is 2.46. He's thrown the ball unbelievably well. Last time out against Los Angeles, he just didn't have his good stuff, and he battled through 5. He gave him only 1 run, had some trouble in the 6th. I expect a big outing for him tonight because he limited his pitches last time out. Hopefully he'll have the good slider. He's going to need it because Ryan Braun is red hot. He's got a 15-game hitting streak, and Milwaukee has some good hitters. Make no mistake about that. Zach Greinke goes to the mound. He's 7-2. His ERA a touch over 3. He's 6-10 lifetime against our Sox. The big problem he's had is winning in this ballpark. He's 1-7 at U.S. Cellular Field in his last 8 decisions here, so hopefully we can get to him tonight because he can be pretty tough.
All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way.
White
Night for interleague play. Time now for the Miller Time starting lineup for the Milwaukee Brewers, coached by Ron Renicky. Norichika Aoki leading it off, and Carlos Gomez, Ryan Braun, a former MVP, with Ramirez, Hart, Weeks, Ransom, Maldonado, and Izturis rounding it out. The defense, and how they'll line up behind Chris Sale, Viciedo, Diaz, and Rios in the outfield. Hudson, Ramirez, Beckham, and Konerko in the infield. A.J. Pierzynski gets a nod behind the plate. And our Lexus Pursuing Perfection starting pitcher is Chris Sale. Looking for win number 9, and this his 13th start, his 14th game overall. As you can see, 82 strikeouts and 80 in the third innings, just 22 walks. And last time out, did not have his best stuff, but he battled the Dodgers to a standstill and got a no decision in that one. The umpires for the game tonight. The crew chief, Mike Winters, behind the plate. Mark Wegner is at first base. Angel Campos is at second, and Brian Knight is at third. A few minutes ago, wrestler Shawn Michaels throws out the first pitch. He's a TV host. And also he's going to be up here in the third inning, and we're going to talk about camping out on the outfield grass. Should be really interesting, along with Bass Pro Shops. So we're ready to play baseball, and I'm ready to turn it over to my play-by-play partner, Ken Harrelson.
Hi, Steve. Thank you very much. And once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to White Sox Baseball right here on Comcast Sportsnet. So happy you could join us for the first of this 3-game set. There's Norichika Aoki. The right fielder gets set. And Chris Sale's first pitch of the ball game taken for a strike. Brewers come in at 32 and 37, hitting at .244 as a club with a 4.25 ERA. The youngster comes up with that hot shot into the seats. Everybody's all right.
Aoki has a very familiar swing to some of the swings we've seen from Asian players, and that is he will start running out of the box and try to slap it to the left side.
So the count 1-2. The all-time record between these two clubs, Sox have won 199 times. And Milwaukee has won 174 times. Now in interleague play, we're 10 and 5 against them. And we have won 8 out of the last 9 games we have played them.
This year, the Brewers 5 and 7 in interleague play. And Aoki is doing what a leadoff hitter should do. Small, good pitches. He's going to see his 7th pitch of the at-bat. And he's going to try to get Chris Sale to show him everything he has.
Two and two the count. On the short hop, Hudson over the top this time. So an 8-pitch at bat, 1 out, and that'll bring up Carlos Gomez.
What you have to watch out for with Gomez is he loves to push bunt it up the right side. With Sale falling off the mound to the third base side, Gomez will push it right at Gordon Beckham, and then very tough to get him at first.
One of the fastest guys in the game.
He can fly, no doubt about that.
High pop up, and that's going to be a souvenir. Gomez hitting at .265, 3 homers. He's driven in 12 last year for the Brew Crew. Hit .225, 8 homers, and knocked in 24. Ball hit hard, but we got a man there. 2 down. Milwaukee comes in 14 and 19 on the road, 18 and 18 at home.
There's a look at Ron Renicky in his second year managing the Brewers. Longtime bench coach for Mike Scioscia with the Angels. And he was lamenting the fact that he thought he had a pretty good team leaving spring training, but he's had a lot of injuries with his crew.
And here's a guy can hit. Braun hitting at 321, 20 homers, 51 knocked in. Last year's MVP when he hit 332, 33 homers, and drove in 111. Got terrific plate coverage. And he certainly is in that don't let this guy beat you.
He is the one guy in the absence of Prince Fielder that you really worry about. And he will be given the 3-0 green light, so you can't just lay it in there.
Taken, and the count 3-1. Ron, 28 years old.
Four of the last 5 seasons, he's hit over 30 home runs.
So the 2-out walk. And that'll bring up Aramis Ramirez. Hitting at 263, 9 homers and 42 knocked in.
Well, last year ahead of Fielder, he ran pretty well, 33 stolen bases. So you can't take him for granted. This year he's 12 out of 16 in stolen bases.
And he's got a good lead. Ramirez takes ball 1. Last year with the Cubs he hit 306, 26 homers, and drove in 93. As we speak, bottom of the 4th in Pittsburgh, Pirates leading the Tigers 4-0. That change up, and the count 1-1. Cleveland leading Houston 1-0. That game in the first inning. Down at the juice box. Bigger lead now by Braun. .6'6" Corey Hart on deck.
What Braun has been doing is taking a one-way lead. He's getting a huge lead. He wants to see Chris Sale's best move. Chris hadn't showed it to him yet. If he gets careless, he will get picked off.
And that is in and out of the mezzanine seats. So 2 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes here in the top of the first if you're just tuning in. And there's what just Steve was talking about. He got a little careless. As Chris is there, he'll put it on him, and they'll retire the side. So nothing across after a half inning of play. It's their guys nothing, and our guys coming to bat.
Lineup. Our Sox tonight. Piazza leading off. Gordon Beckham in his familiar 2 spot with Adam Dunn, the DH. Then it's Konerko, Rios, Pierzynski, Viciedo, Ramirez, and Hudson rounding it out. The defense, and now they'll line up behind Greinke. Braun, Gomez, and Aoki left to right, with Ramirez, Torres, Ransom, and Hart. Maldonado behind the plate. And our Lexus pursuing perfection starting pitcher is Zach Greinke. He's 7-2. This is 15th start. 85 strikeouts in 87 innings. He's got great stuff. However, 6-10 lifetime against our Sox. And he's lost 7 of his last 8 in this ballpark.
First pitch strike. And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select your picks to click. Piazza hitting at .297, 4 homers and 28 driven in. Breaking ball low. That'll be back over our dugout, Souvenir left side. Two and two. Sox come in with that .254 average, 4.00 team ERA, and a 17-20 home record. But on the road, we're 19-13.
Maldonado, not much of a hitter, but a very good catch it, call it, throw it, and block it type catcher.
Ball hit hard. Braun. So 1 out. That'll bring it Beckham. Gordon at .238, 9 homers and 31 knocked in. He has faced Greinke 11 times, has 3 hits. 2 of them stayed in the park.
Greinke has a distinct curveball and slider. Very few pitchers have them going both at once. When Greinke has them both going, it's pretty close to unhittable.
And he's got a lot of competitiveness in him.
You saw him growing up.
Yep, high school. It's like men playing with boys.
Well, it's a pretty good shortstop, I understand.
He was. Hey, every team's wanting to draft him number 1 as shortstop. Kansas City drafted him number 1 as pitcher. He wanted to play shortstop. He could hit. As I said many times when he was in that Kansas City uniform, if he were playing shortstop, he would be hitting 3rd in that lineup, 3rd or 4th. Can hit a golf ball 350 yards. Maybe a little further now.
Well, he's a little bigger and a little stronger.
Yeah.
And he has one huge advantage while pitching for the Brewers is he's close to unbeatable in their ballpark. So although he's good everywhere, he's especially good in Milwaukee.
Payoff pitch. There's a chopper to Hopper. And right now let's check out our Farmers Insurance picks to click. Jim Angio, our director of the crew. Well, they went with Adam Dunn. Steve's gone with Alexei and Bert Coghill of Silver Lake Country Club out of Orland Park. Bert and I are going to go with A.J. Pierzynski. Here's Adam. Adam at .225, but he has 23 homers and 53 knocked in. That's inside. Adam leading the league in walks with 55. Carlos Pena, Tampa Bay, is second, 51.
Surprising numbers from Greinke. He's given up 89 hits in 87 innings. That's surprising in itself. But he's only given up 3 home runs, and that's remarkable.
So the count 3-1. Adam tied for the major league lead in walks with 55 with Joey Votto. Full count. Paulie on deck.
As you can see at home, unbeatable. On the road, not so unbeatable, especially in this ballpark. At home, the ERA 1.08. The opponent's hitting .339 on the road, so he's really struggled away from Milwaukee.
And this payoff pitch. And now that's the 56th walk, coming with 2 out here in the bottom of the first. And here's Paulie. Paulie leading the league in hitting at .354. 13 homers and 39 knocked in. Paulie 9 for 59 lifetime off Greinke with a homer. That ball hit into left center field, got it towards the end of the bat, and that'll retire the side. After 1, there's no score.
Hitter. Time now for the Illinois Lottery Anything's Possible replay, and that no-hitter by our own Juan Nieves. April 15th, 1987 against the Baltimore Orioles. This is how it ends. Off the bat of Eddie Murray, Robin Yount in center field goes across, makes the catch. And anything is indeed possible. Little did they know at that time that that would be the only no-hitter they would have, and there is Juan. Does a great job as our bullpen coach and pretty much assistant pitching coach.
Boy, he's done a terrific job with those youngsters down there. And by that I mean getting them ready mentally. That's the thing. Everybody's ready for the most part physically to come in, but he gets them ready mentally to come in and face those tough 25th, 26th, 27th outs. That's high. Tank right there. So Ramirez was retired, 1 out.
Remembering back to that day, 7 strikeouts is good, 5 walks. Well, occasionally you pitch around guys you don't think you can get out.
More so in that time frame.
Cal Ripken Jr., Eddie Murray, Ray Knight all picked up walks. Freddie Lynn was 0 for 3. What a day that was for a really great guy, Juan Nieves.
And a great looking young left-hander who unfortunately hurt his arm.
He was that. He was a good one. Along with Teddy Higuera, it looked like they were going to have two great pitchers. Both got hurt.
Corey Hart hitting at .248, 15 homers, 33 knocked in. That's into right field. We got a man there. 2 down. Gonna bring up Ricky Weeks. Hitting at .181, 5 homers and 19 knocked in.
Ricky Weeks was on his way to becoming just an outstanding player. Then, after the All-Star break last year, he tore up his ankle, tore some ligaments, came back. He hasn't been the same since. And he's not hitting very well right now.
One and one to count.
Weeks was the second overall pick in the first round by Milwaukee in 2003.
Ball jumps off his bat.
Well, a couple of years ago, he hit 29 home runs. Last year, in 118 games, he hit 20.
Change up. 3-1. Cody Ransom on deck. Will count. Well, you've seen it as I have over the years. Guys hurt their leg, something unrelated to their arm or to their swing. As that's high pop up, and they change something, trying to do something, get it better in the rehab, and nothing ever is the same again.
Doesn't work.
So that'll do it. A 1-2-3 inning. After an inning, half, still no score.
By Miller Lite.
Alex Rios will lead it off. Alex at 287, 8 homers, 35 knocked in. Takes down low. Alex has had good success against Greinke. 10 for 30 with a homer. Souvenir right side.
Alex can hit the ball in the hole. His Tourist doesn't have near the kind of arm he used to have at shortstop.
On one side of the page, you got to make Greinke get his breaking ball over. On the other side of the page, if he does, he's going to be tougher to beat. You got to beat him for the most part on his fastball.
It was Alex Gonzalez that was going to be the everyday shortstop. But like so many of these Brewers, he got hurt. They had to mix and match. And now his Tourist plays most every day.
And the payoff pitch. One down. If you're just joining us, some roster moves made today.
Philip Humber with a right elbow flexor strain on the DL. Brian Burney recalled they stretched him out a little bit. He went 5 innings at AAA, so got some flexibility there. And Kosuke Fukudome designated for assignment after he was activated.
There's AJ. There's that fastball at 93. AJ at 286, 12 homers, 41 knocked in.
These guys run into one another a few times in Orlando?
No. No, they don't. Not even close. Now there's no love lost between them.
That makes for just a better pitcher-hitter confrontation.
Yeah, it does. Well, AJ, of course, went to Dr. Phillips. And Greinke was after AJ. Yeah, AJ is 7 years older. But he went to Apopka, which is just a terrific athletic program over there, as Dr. Phillips is. So for some reason, it carries on through the generations.
That can happen sometimes.
Oh, for sure. They just had good luck against it. And another full count. So this will be the pitch. Number 30 coming up. AJ is 19 for 46 with a couple of homers. Ball hit sharply. Manson. 2 down. And that'll bring up Tank. Desieto at 256, 12 homers, and 30 knocked in.
This Brewer outfield doesn't do much shifting. If anything, Gomez might be a step or two over in the right center. That's about it. Everybody else playing straight away.
Oh, and 2 the count. No, we're playing golf one day in Orlando. I told Zach, I said, give me a buzz and come on back out next week. We'll get Casey, my son, and get AJ. He looked at me like, what? 1-2 the count. Stacks it up. That's the pitch you got to lay off. He'll stay right there. Meanwhile, we're into the 3rd.
Former professional wrestler, current star of television. And I know you're in town for a couple of different things. Number one, you do have an autograph session. Number two, you're with the Outdoor Channel.
I am. I'm with the Outdoor Channel. The whole star of a television show might be a stretch, but I appreciate it. Anyway, obviously also here to promote the camp out next Friday night with the White Sox. Going to be at Bass Pro Shops tomorrow in Gurnee. Okay, that's Gurnee, Illinois, from 12 to 2, signing autographs, and obviously here to catch the game.
And Bill Melton's going to be signing autographs also, along with Sean. And we've got a beautiful seat. It's a gorgeous night. And, you know, this brings together people who love baseball and people who love the outdoors. And I think I love baseball. You love the outdoors. It's a wonderful combination.
Well, Sean. It is. Obviously, you know, I got to throw out the first pitch tonight. Obviously, it was a little high, but I really feel the need to put it in context. Nobody starts off with you know, over the plate in the strike zone with their first pitch. Right? That's why it was high. Yes. Okay, I brought the heat, but I made it a little high because obviously I don't. You know, I figured I'm pitching against the first fastball pitch hitter.
Well, you also most likely thought that you had 3 or 4 pitches to warm up, which of course wasn't the case.
Well, I mean, plus, I mean, you know, the guys he's giving me the design. He's telling me to throw it high, so I'm listening to my catcher. I mean, I can't. Obviously, it's very tough for me to work in. Very tough conditions.
Well, it's going to be a great outing. The camp out here at the ballpark. We're going to be in New York playing the Yankees. You're going to get a chance to watch that ball game from the outfield grass, chance to camp out, and of course Bass Pro Shops are going to be involved with it, something along with the Outdoor Channel that I know is near and dear to your heart. And what year is this for your television show?
We're coming up on our second year, McMillan River Adventures on the Outdoor Channel. Next Tuesday night is our debut, 11:30 p.m. Eastern time, so it'll be 10:30 here for you guys in the Chicago area.
Well, Sean, thank you very much for coming up. I think you did a great job on the first pitch.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Be gone. Cody Ransom strikes out for the first out. Nice going, big guy. One down here in the top of the third. Not a whole bunch to it. First strikeout for Chris, and here's Maldonado. Martin Maldonado, 25-year-old catcher. Last year at Nashville, hit .321, 8 homers and drove in 25 in limited time. Now field straight up, about equidistant. And the count 2-0. Cesar Izturis on deck. There's the first base hit for the Brew Crew. And a reminder, prorated season tickets for the White Sox season are still available. Purchase a full season plan or choose from 2 great split season plans and gain access to the best seats at the best price. So plans start just below $270 and can be purchased by visiting whitesox.com or calling 312-674-1000.
Izturis, a switch hitter who's been a much better hitter during the course of his career from the left side. However, he'll be facing Chris as a right-hand hitter where he's hitting .111.
Gap out there in left center field. First pitch strike. Yeah, that camp out next Friday should be a lot of fun for them.
I would think so.
Watching their Sox take on the Yankees from the Bronx.
And a beautiful manicured field, courtesy of Roger Bossert.
One out, 1-1 to count. First of 3 with the Brew Crew. Tomorrow, 6:10 start. And that game will be over Fox if you can't make it to the ballpark. That's foul. Then on Sunday in the finale of this homestand and this series, Jose Quintana against Mike Fiers. And that game will be over WGN. And it's off to Minnesota for 3 and New York for 4. All right. Take your time, boys. Rack them up. That'll do it. We'll go to the bottom of the third. No score.
His franchise history that stole 70-plus bases in a season, and there is a little trick here. That includes the first year in Seattle when they were the Pilots. It is mullet night. I sure hope it is.
Of course it is.
If that's his regular hair.
Alexei will lead it off for us here in the bottom of the third. First ball hunting into right center field. Naoki. So one pitch, one out.
And so far, Greinke's had better stuff here tonight than he's had on the road all year.
Bring up Hudson. Hitting at 167, a homer. He's driven in 10. Takes down low. Top of the second, Kansas City, 6-1 St. Louis. Top of the fourth in Houston, 1-0 Cleveland. Bottom of the sixth in Pittsburgh, still 4-0 Pirates over Detroit. Drawn, can of corn.
Four fly balls thrown by Greinke, who normally keeps the ball down.
Bring up Diaza. He also went out to Ryan Braun. Oh, and 1 to count. Toronto leading the Marlins 6-2, bottom of the fifth in Miami. That's shutting out the Yankees 5-0. Bottom of the second at Citi Field. Later on, Cubs taking on the D-backs in Arizona.
Marlins have lost 4 in a row. They are truly struggling. They've fallen 8 games in back of Washington.
And come see our Sox take on the Texas Rangers Wednesday, July 4th. All fans are invited to stay for a post-game fireworks show presented by First Merit Bank. Purchase tickets by visiting whitesox.com or calling 866-SOX-GAME. First Merit Bank, this is your year. How can we help? Two balls, two strikes, Alejandro.
Be nice to get him on base. Greinke does not have the best move to first. He is, however, an outstanding fielder.
There it is, the same one. They got Viciedo down and away, gets Alejandro down and in. And we're into the fourth.
Tacos from Taco Bell.
Top of the fourth inning. Top of the order for the Brew Crew. Aoki, Gomez, and Braun to face Chris Sale. Aoki fouled off a number of pitches, takes that breaking ball strike before grounding out to Hudson to lead off the ball game. It was an 8-pitch at bat for him. Softly hit. Gordon's got him.
Chris Sale by now has got a pretty good feeling that he's going to have to be very good tonight, because although Zach Greinke usually doesn't pitch very well against us, he does have his good stuff this evening. And Paulie just looked over at Gordon Beckham and he said to him, come on in a couple of steps and watch the bunt to this side.
Gomez went out to his counterpart, De Aza. Count evens at 1.
Chris has really learned how to harness that fastball and actually make it 2 or 3 different pitches. That's really helped him. He'll throw it up there occasionally, 89. His changeup is around 83, 84.
High. And foul.
Last 6 starts for Chris Sale. ERA 181. Opponents hitting 173. And a lot of those numbers piled up in the 6th inning. of his start against the Dodgers, where he did get a no decision.
Good pitch, didn't get it. So a full count to the speedster. Change up, he gone.
If you haven't seen that changeup, it's almost impossible to hit. See Gomez well out in front of it. Perfect pitch, lost his bat, and the second strikeout of the night.
So here's Braun, who walked and then was picked off. Takes that 94-mile-an-hour fastball for a strike.
He has some big power to center and right center field, and he stands well off the plate.
Well, you very ever seldom see a right-handed hitter stand close to the plate who has big power to right center.
No, he wants a ball in.
And they're bailing. You got to bail if you're going to stand right on top of the plate. Guys that stand off the plate, they can get the big power. Ron can run as well. They don't get it.
Alexi just took his time. I don't believe he realized how fast Braun is, because that's a routine ground ball to shortstop, and that could turn out to be costly. It's hit right at Ramirez. He just casually takes his time, doesn't gun it across, and Braun just flat out beats it.
So here's Ramirez. He went out deep to left field. A little tardy on that one.
Ramirez got off to a very slow start this year. Lately, swinging the bat a lot better.
He's a good hitter. If he stays anywhere near healthy, this guy is one of the better 7th, 8th, and 9th inning hitters in the game.
Well, he has been that for a long time. The defense the last few years have gone down considerably. Hurt his shoulder, had some trouble diving. But swinging the bat, he can still do that.
Good breaking ball, and the count 1-2. I remember when he first came into the National League with Pittsburgh. You knew what was going to happen with this kid. You could see it right off the bat. He gone. Gas. And that'll retire the side. No score after 3.5.
that stole 70-plus bases in a season? And the answer? Tommy Harper back in 1969 and Scott Posednik. 70 bags in 2004. Well, it's a lot of steals, and that's a lot of pounding your body takes.
And a couple of great guys did it. Tommy and Scotty Pods. The 0-1-2. Gordon, 1-1.
Scotty's going to forever have a place in the heart of White Sox fans.
You better believe it.
Yes, sir.
You better believe it. And the count 2-1. As will Bobby Jenks.
I don't think we're going to see 3 distinct closers in the same season from a World Championship team ever again.
Nope.
I know it's a big statement, but when you consider how many teams have tried to do that and failed, it's just almost impossible to conceive of.
Shingo Takatsu, Dustin Hermanson, and then bringing up a rookie to
win you the World Championship.
And he did it. There's a strike and a full count. Bobby Jenks will always have a place in White Sox hearts. Certainly a place in mine. What he did was phenomenal. So is Turris going to get him again? 1 out. That'll bring up Adam. Adam walked back in the first inning. Takes ball 1. Breaking ball. As we talked about, and you're not going to beat him on his breaking ball. And if he starts to get it over, which he can, make no mistake about that, then you get problems, but you still got to beat him on his fastball.
Well, he's thrown 3 pitches, none of which have been in the strike zone. And it looks like he's handling Adam Dunn like Chris Sale is handling Ryan Braun. You don't want to let their big home run hitter beat you if you can.
That's fair ball on a breaking ball. 2 down.
Well, he for sure was not going to let Adam hit anything resembling a low fastball in that at bat.
Well, Zach Greinke's got terrific baseball acumen. He knows what he's doing out there. In fact, sometimes that has been a bane, so to speak, to him, because he will get out there and he actually will toy with hitters. He had a game here one night with Kansas City that he was going to make sure that he got AJ out on a changeup. Well, AJ hit 4 rockets and changeups that night. He got 3 hits. But he kept throwing that changeup, and he'll do that.
Paulie's going to have to break up the no-hitter here, even though they've shifted on him drastically.
Trying to go that way.
Good
That's
slow
that breaking
curveball.
ball, though.
Very good, and he's changing speeds with the curveball. That's what makes it even more effective. You got Ransom playing on the third base side of second, and now with a 1-1 count, he actually moves over further toward Asturias at shortstop.
Over into our dugout.
Eduardo making the catch. Protecting Tyler Flowers.
Good eye, good check. Watch out. Alex Rios on deck.
That just missed Rios on its way by. You don't expect standing behind a right-hand hitter to have that ball anywhere near you. But it came right back at his head.
High into short right field. Aoki. That didn't take long. 1, 2, 3, and we're into the 5th, scoreless.
Being made. Now, Hawkeye used a K55. What did you use?
B267. K55 I think he used that bat. Now.
Well, that's why I used it.
Yeah, y'all had similar swings.
We had very similar swings. We both had 2 arms.
But K55, M110s, and S2s probably were the 3 most popular models.
What was the difference? What was the weight of your bat?
Anywhere from 35 to 40 ounces.
Now,
I used the heaviest bat in the American League.
Did you use it depending on the pitcher?
Yeah.
Okay.
On the hard throwers, I used the 40 ouncer, and on the soft tossers who had good movement, I used the 35. Swing it now. 2-1.
Hart loves the ball away. He does have some big power the opposite field. Not on straight changes. That was a good one.
6'6", 240. He should have some big power, which he does.
Well, he's moved in to play first base from right field and actually done a terrific job of it.
Full count.
Such a good job that Ishikawa, who was playing there before him, when he does come back and he is healthy, Ron Renicky told me he's going to keep Hart at first base.
He gone. Change up.
Our Nissan pitch tracks will show you that Hart was just outguessed. This ball had the whole strike zone. He was looking for anything but this. And he goes down on strikes.
So here's Ricky Weeks out of Orlando, Florida. He popped up to Beckham. That's trouble. Get down. So the 1-out double. That's his 10th 2-bagger.
This ball out away, loses his balance in the box, but still able to coast into second base. He could really run before that ankle injury, and I'm not sure yet if he's 100%, because he put up some big numbers and he's just not swinging the same.
Did he dislocate it?
He tore ligaments, and that takes a while, as you know. And no one knows better than you.
Here's Ransom, struck out on the changeup. There's the fastball. 0-1 to count. Well, you know, it's like we were discussing that his last at bat when the inning ended. There are residual effects from an injury like that.
It's true. You do something different to compensate for it, and you wind up hurting something else.
During a rehab.
That is a particularly wild pitch.
And a big wild pitch with one out.
Now the infield's going to have to come in at all four positions as Chris just fires this one by A.J., who has no chance whatsoever to get it. That one just got away.
That's his third wild pitch, coming at a bad time. Man on second, one out.
Not only does he represent the first run of the ball game, but it brings the infield in at all four positions, which any hitter will tell you is a great time to hit.
One and two the count. Maldonado on deck.
There aren't many times where you're consciously looking for a strikeout, but this is one time that Chris is.
He gone. Big strikeout, 2 down.
Threw that fastball up and out of the zone. Our Nissan pitch tracks will show you that higher than high fastball is phenomenally effective when you're ahead of the hitter.
And nobody worked it better than you.
Well, I had to, because it wasn't all that fast, unlike Chris's.
As I said, that All-Star game in 1980, after it was over, got a standing up from the Hawkeroo, watching from afar. That was definitely pulling for the American League. Maldonado shot a single into left field in the hole between third and short.
Maldonado, a much better hitter than his Torres, who's in the on-deck circle, so be careful here.
Change up, and the count 2-1.
Nice stop by A.J. as he kept Ricky Weeks 90 feet away.
One pitch. It's full. Maldonado named the best defensive catcher in the Brewers organization by Baseball America last year.
He was originally drafted by the Angels back in 2004, released by the Angels in 2007, and made it to the big leagues for the first time briefly last year with Milwaukee.
And the payoff pitch. He gone. Chris pitches out of it. We're halfway home. No score. No runs or no hits. They had 3 hits and no runs. So here's Rios. Called out on a 3-2 fastball. There you can cancel the post-game show. Yeah.
Here's also an opportunity to test the combination of Greinke and Maldonado. First ball, fastball. And he takes it right over the head of Cody Ransom.
It was almost the same pitch he struck him out on last at bat. So here is AJ, who grounded sharply to second. First and third, AJ.
Hard slider inside. He missed with it. Doug Melvin, the fine general manager of these Brewers, got a big decision to make. This is the last year on Greinke's contract.
There he goes. Watch out.
Well, he got a great jump, and you can get a good jump on Greinke, whose move is just fair to first base.
Shot. Double play. Nothing Alex could do. That ball was absolutely hammered by AJ. 2 down.
You have to take a secondary lead, and when you take a secondary lead, the ball's hit behind you. You're going to get doubled off. Corey Hart right there. He doesn't stray too far off the bag. The ball's hit right to him. And you're just hung out to dry at first base.
The ball hit sharply. Nice pick by Ransom. So we get 3 hard hit balls that inning. Meanwhile, no score.
Music Theater on June 30th and July 1st. Tickets are on sale now at livenation.com, all Ticketmaster outlets, or charge by phone at 800-745-3000. Well, Roy Rivas made me some great fish for the game today. I didn't know they'd be traveling.
Where'd that come from?
That promo? That's that musical group Fish, one of my favorites.
His Turris hit into a 4-6-3 double play. Top of the 6th inning, 0-3 and 0 for them, 0-1 and 0 for us. That's foul. And the count 0-2.
Chris really has reached back the last couple of innings to get something extra. Last 5 outs have all been strikeouts. 4 of the 5 have been strikeouts swinging.
Got him. Right off his leg. Foot. Chris now with 6 strikeouts. Boy, he has really, quote, quote, pitched this year.
From the first start till tonight.
Breaking ball into center field. One down.
The great thing about watching the maturation of Chris Sale, and he's pretty much done it in 1 year because he came out of the bullpen, was that you took a guy who threw as hard as he threw, which was pretty hard. He was 97, 98 out of that bullpen. And put him in the starting rotation. He goes back down to the low 90s, changes speeds on his fastball and his breaking ball. That's hard to teach.
Aoki takes strike 1. Well, he and Coop worked hard enough on it this spring. That's popped up left side. Tank. And 2 down. That's one of the fun things for me in spring training. As Coop, watching him work with guys on the sides in spring training. He goes through scenarios. He goes through, okay, so-and-so at the plate. Give me that good hard sinker, that 2-seamer right on the outside corner. And then okay, counts 1 and 2. Now give me that real good fastball 4-seamer upstairs. And with the way Coop is, as you know, he's funny.
Well, he also says that it's not mechanics. For him,
it's approach.
It's a psychological endeavor, and he wants to give them confidence. And now Gomez is confident that he got hit. However, he swung at it.
Yep.
And Mark Wegner is saying, well, yes, you did get hit, but you did swing.
Well, it's you know, you've been there and done it. If you're out on that mound and you're worried about your mechanics or thinking about where your arm slot is and everything, you got a hitter 60 feet 6 inches. He don't care what you're thinking.
No.
So it's just a situation there the same way as a hitter. If you're worried about where your hands are, where your feet are, and you're facing a pitcher 60 feet 6 inches away, he doesn't care what you're thinking. But you know one thing, you're probably going to be 0 for 4. It's the approach.
Well, the entire bench wanted the appeal.
And got it.
And got it. But they were pointing at third baseman Brian Knight, third base umpire. And Mark Wegner made a good call.
The 0-2.
You certainly want to see Ryan Braun leading off the 7th inning. Not coming to bat here in the 6th.
Ball hit hard. We got a man there. Hang with him. Meanwhile, we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Goose eggs all over that scoreboard. to battle the Twins. Coverage begins at 6:30 with White Sox pregame live. White Sox Twins, it's a Central Division showdown. Monday night at 6:30 on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. Here's Alexei. He'll be followed by Hudson, and then back to the top of the order with Diaza. First pitch strike. Greinke telling Ramirez to back up. At third, he was in close. Big curveball misses.
If he'll hang a couple in there, one of them is about to go out of the ballpark. But that's the first one he hung inside all night.
Out and around it. 2-2. Dillon, Axelrod tomorrow against Randy Wolf. Jose Quintana on Sunday against Mike Fiers. So make your plans to be with us here at beautiful US Cellular Field. That's in the short center field. One out. And voting is open for the 2012 All-Star Game in Kansas City. Help send your favorite White Sox players to this year's All-Star Game by voting up to 25 times at whitesox.com. Visit whitesox.com and cast your ballot now for your 2012 All-Stars. Vote early, vote often. Vote today at whitesox.com. Cody Ransom. And quickly 2 gone. Also a reminder to Sox fans, Sunday, well, that's 70s Day right here at US Cellular Field. First 10,000 children 13 and under in the ballpark on the 24th will receive a kid's 1972 replica jersey courtesy of all the great folks at Pepsi. That's Sunday.
It's a handsome jersey, and it's one that all our guys will be wearing Sunday.
Here's Diaza. That curveball strike.
So far, a minimum of pitches for Greinke, who's not really been pressed at all in this game.
Two out and a 1-2 pitch. As Torres has got him. That is a 1-2-3 inning, and we're into the 7th.
0-0 game featuring a lot of strikeouts. We're going to show you 3 of each. Chris Sale's done with a changeup, the high fastball, and the big breaking slider. So zeros on the board heading into the top of the 7th. And there you see the comparison. Sale's given up 3 hits. Greinke just 1. 6 strikeouts for Sale. A walk apiece for each pitcher.
It'll be Braun, Ramirez, and Hart, the heart of this Milwaukee order. Takes it up high.
Probably going to be the toughest inning for Chris Sale of the game. 3rd time through. And 3 very good hitters.
And he's got the count. He walked his first at bat. Then his second at bat in the 4th inning, hit a ground ball, routine ground ball to Alexy, and Alexy nonchalanted a little bit, and he beat it out. There's a strike, and the count 2-1. Bottom of the 8th inning in Pittsburgh, still 4-1 Pirates over the Tigers. Gordon's got him.
That time,
big out.
Yeah, fortunately for Chris Sale, Ryan Braun extended his strike zone. Take a look at our Menards pitch tracks. You'll see that one is off the plate, and nothing Braun could do with it.
Get foul. Fair ball. Ramirez, here's the throw, got a shot, no. Well, the 1-out double.
Second double of the night. This ball is out away from Ramirez. Clearly fair.
Well, Braun's approach, Ramirez's approach, certainly the right one against a tough left-hander. Try to beat him to right field. '21st two-bagger for Ramos. Corey Hart is lined to right and struck out. Called out on a 3-2 changeup. Ricky Weeks, the on-deck hitter.
Hart is the 2nd leading home run hitter on this team behind Braun.
That's into right field. We got a man fighting those lights and stays with it to make the catch. Good play by Alex.
Well, he came across, started to lose that ball. Actually, it was slicing away from him. Tried to get an angle. And he put his glove there. I'm not so sure he saw that ball in the glove. But it certainly was effective.
I think he nailed it right on the head.
He just put it there where the ball was slicing to.
He
and
caught it. I mean, he caught a sight of it. Got a line on it and put his glove where he thought it was going to be. Weeks has popped to second and doubled. Down into the right field corner. Paulie, and he's going to pitch out of it. Yes. 7th inning stretch in a pitcher's duel, a scoreless duel. Dunn, Konerko, Rios, Pierzynski, and hopefully a couple more. First pitch strike twice. Gordon is grounded out to short. That's a good way to start it. Attaboy, Gordon.
Well, the few hangers that Greinke has thrown. Threw a slider on the first pitch and then hung the breaking ball on the second pitch. There you can see it. This kind of comes up rolling. Gordon breaks the bat. But he's on.
So here's Adam. First and third. All we need is just poke a single on the left side. Get it by Ramirez. Don't need a homer here. Chops it foul. 0-4-0 for their guys. 0-2-0 for our guys. That fastball at 93.
Menard's pitch tracks will show you that it was just a little bit higher than Adam would have liked.
Greinke first joined Kansas City when he was a rookie. He could hit 97, 98. One down.
But that hard breaking ball is what sets him apart from many of them. That ball just disappeared out of the zone.
Well, you mentioned it. He does not hang many. Gordon took advantage of one of the few. So here's Paulie. He's gone out to left and he's popped up to right. Curveball strike. Another curveball. Takes his time, makes a perfect peg, and that'll retire the side. We get the leadoff man aboard. We're into the eighth, still scoreless. 1. Top of the 7th in Houston, still 1-0 Cleveland. Lucas Harrell's given up just 1 hit. As Ransom fouls that pitch back, he's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts.
Those Pirates are in second place. They came in just 2 games in back of Cincinnati. How about that?
Clint's got them believing they can win.
Well, they got some very good young players. Andrew McCutchen in center field's outstanding.
Hitting like close to 350.
Alvarez is finally starting to hit for power. Got Walker at second.
And they got a good manager.
And they got a real good manager.
He is a good one.
There are the standings with the Pirates sneaking a game and a half back pending the outcome of Cincinnati, who is losing at the moment to Minnesota 5-4.
That 1 hit Lucas Harrell gave up was a triple to Chu. Cabrera got him in.
Cabrera's been all everything lately.
Astros only have 3 hits in that ball game. Ubaldo Jimenez got 8 strikeouts through 6. 2-2 the count right here. Ransom, Maldonado, and his Turris. Ate him up, Paulie. Martin Maldonado. A single, a hard single, and a strikeout. A big strikeout. It was with 2 out of man at third. Controlled. 2 down.
Their number 1 catcher, Jonathan Lucroy, is out with an injury, and he was scalding the ball, so that's for them just another big loss. They've had to fill in behind him.
Well, every team's going to have it, and most managers have learned over the years there's no sense of complaining about it because nobody cares.
Nope. In fact, if they're in your division, they don't feel all that bad about it.
It's cold game.
Lucroy was hitting .345 with 30 runs driven in 43 games. For a young catcher, those are some pretty lofty numbers. And he was developed out of their system.
That fastball at 95. Pitch number 107. If you're just tuning in, some kind of pitching duel here tonight. He gone. 7 strikeouts. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Rios, Pierzynski, and the Tank. analysis and preview the White Sox next matchup. Plus, go live to Robin Ventura's post-game remarks. Don't miss White Sox post-game live immediately following the game on Comcast Sportsnet.
Last time up, Alex Rios got a first pitch fastball. Wouldn't think he'd get another one. There's a slider, missed low and away.
Greinke, another good play. He is just a terrific athlete.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's one of the best fielders in the game. He's pretty much like a right-handed Mark Burley. I mean, there's nothing he can't do defensively on the mound. The one difference in the two guys is that Mark Burley has a great move to first base and holds runners pretty close, and Greinke doesn't really have that. Other than that, there's not a play he can't make.
Well, here's A.J. He's 0 for 2, and he's hit it right on the money twice. Once to second and lined into a double play to first. And he's got the catbird seat with Viciedo on deck.
Here's our Xfinity high-speed action replay. A line drive, a bullet. Hit right at Corey Hart. Unfortunately, Rios has just hung out to dry. Nothing you can do about it. Could have easily gone down the line for a double, but didn't.
A.J. trying to unbreak the tie with that swing. But that's not his good swing. His good swing is a short, quick one, not the big, long one. And a full count. Payoff pitch. That's going to fall for a base hit. So the one out single. Bert Coghill of Silver Lake Country Clubs picked a click aboard.
That one a fastball. It's down and out over the plate. AJ is going to leave for a pinch runner, so his night is done. But that represents the go-ahead and potential winning run, and it's Jordan Danks, who now that Kosuke Fukudome has been designated for assignment, it seems to solidify Jordan Danks' position on this ball club.
Well, he can do a lot of things to help you. And the way Robin likes to use his roster, he'll get some time. Robin likes the pinch runners because we got in the middle of our order some guys that are terrific hitters and just don't run well. Now we need Tank to first and third.
Greinke does, however, have 3 wild pitches, and he has been known to bury that slider, especially in the dirt.
Yeah, but for his stuff, that's not many wild pitches at all.
No, it's not.
Good lead. And we need another double play. That is the third double play we have hit into in the 5th, 7th, and now 8th innings, and we'll go to the 9th.
Ricky Weeks slips out of the box but does get a two-base hit. Now he represents the go-ahead run. Chris Sale wild pitches into third, and then he's got to really reach back and get something extra. Strikes out Cody Ransom. Strikes out Martin Maldonado. Gets out of the fifth inning. Chris Sale did just an outstanding job, and Jordan Danks now takes over in left field. Tyler Flowers goes in behind the plate. And Addison Reed comes into the game. The record 1-1, the ERA 4.37, 8 for 9 in save opportunities. 25 strikeouts and 22 1/3. Chris Sale went 8 innings, gave up no runs on 4 hits. He walked just 1, he fanned 7. Absolutely brilliant. Unfortunately, Zach Greinke matched him pitch for pitch. And to this point, 0s up on the scoreboard.
And the top of the order, Aoki takes a bunt. And there's a strike. Gomez and Braun. One and one to count. Good breaking ball. Outfield spread out slightly to the left, bit of a gap in right center. Paulie guarding the line at first. And that is caught on a nice sky by Hudson.
Fortunately, Hudson was able to move back. That's the only thing that allowed him to make that play, because if he's in taking away the bunt, that's going to be in left field for a leadoff base hit. And Aoki not particularly happy with that one. Nice play by Hudson.
So here's Gomez. 0 for 3. Twice he has gone out to center. Takes first pitch strike.
I'm a little surprised that he has not attempted a bunt yet tonight. Still always a possibility, and they're even at the corners with that in mind.
Sucked up. Nice play. Well, Gomez, his biggest asset he doesn't use.
Nope. I mean, with his speed and his ability to push it up the right side, especially when Chris Sale was in there, you'd think he'd have tried it. Nice play again by Orlando Hudson, who ranges wide of the bag and puts it right on the mark. So now the man you really have to worry about, Ryan Braun.
He has walked at an infield single, a gift, then grounded softly to second. Good strike. Going at 95.
If Addison goes in, he wants to go way in off the plate. Otherwise, he'd just as soon keep it down and away. Greinke does not have a complete game this year, but he's sailed through 8.
Sox fans, join us for our Gulo Sox Day. presented by Xfinity and Sierra Mist Natural on Saturday, July 7th, when we take on the Toronto Blue Jays. Our Arguello Sox Day features a pregame festival featuring Latin music and various giveaways, presented by Xfinity and Sierra Mist Natural. The 2-1.
Put that one on the outside part of the plate.
I love games like this when every pitch is huge. He gone. 1, 2, 3 for Addison. He got that look. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth in this scoreless tie.
In this one, Ryan Braun on, and he's never seen the move a sail. He's seen it now. Chris tags him out, gets out of the first inning, and we're still waiting for a run against Zach Greinke. A tremendous slider ends that inning. That ball biting low and away and getting one of the league's best to expand that zone.
So here's Alexei. Hudson on deck. There's that overhand curveball. Takes a lot off of it. Almost close to being a lollipop. Ransom. And do you want a fantastic White Sox experience? Well, check out the Comcast Fundamentals deck at US Cellular Field. You can interact with White Sox trainers, run the bases at the wiffle ball diamond, and test your swing at the batting cages. You're always at the center of the action with Xfinity only from Comcast. Hudson is going out to left and grounded to second. Ramirez on the grass and off the line at third as he takes ball one. 0-4-0 for Milwaukee. 0-3-0 for our Sox. Ball hit hard, but Hart's got him. 2 down. Also, you can follow our Sox with the MLB.com @Bat12 app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, and Windows Mobile. Get live audio, pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text @Bat to 31826 or visit WhiteSox.com for details. Last week or so, runs have really been hard to come by.
When you're facing guys like Greinke, you can understand that.
Lance
Lynn, right?
Oh, yeah. And Garza the other day had good stuff. Good pitching. Whew. We've seen a few lately. A little short dunker, and it's going to hang up. And we will go to extra innings in this scoreless tie. Jack Link's beef jerky. Feed your wild side.
We got a new pitcher coming into this one. It's Jesse Crain. Crain at 1-0, the ERA 2.14, on for the 23rd time. It was Sale for 8, Reed for 1 strong one, and now Jesse Crain comes on. Trying to subdue the middle of this order and turn it over to the offense to score a run in the bottom of the 10th. But first things first.
Ramirez, Hart, and Weeks to face Jesse. Ramirez 1 for 3, a double back in the 7th inning. No runs on 4 hits for them, no runs on 3 hits for us, and we have seen some good defensive plays, especially from our guys. Tomorrow night, Dylan Axelrod against Randy Wolf, so make your plans to be with us. And the count 0-2.
Matt Thornton getting loosened up just in case.
Wouldn't chase it. 1-2. Get foul. It won't. Just turn that fastball around at 94. So the leadoff double. 7th, 8th, and 9th inning. He is a terrific hitter.
Now he's coming out for a pinch runner, which should come as no surprise. But that fastball on the inner portion, and he smokes it. So the reason Thornton's getting loosened up in the bullpen, their #1 pinch hitter George Kataris swings the bat from the left side. And Niger Morgan comes on to pinch run.
So here's Hart. Twice he has lined out hard to Rielson right. He's 0 for 3.
He does have a couple of sacrifices this year. Tried for a third.
Pokes at that one.
Rodriguez throwing in the bullpen. He normally is their setup man for John Axford.
Threw that one right by him. Upstairs in the count 0-2.
Throw one more up there. Same spot, maybe a little higher. Morgan 7 out of 9 in stolen base department.
A little too high. We are in a jam here with the man at second, nobody out, top of the 10th inning.
That just missed the top of the zone. Pitch could have gone either way, especially when you're 6'6". And that's a huge call.
The payoff pitch. He gone. Big strikeout.
Throws him a breaking ball, doesn't do a whole lot, but it doesn't have to because that ball is up, almost out of the zone, and a big first out.
So here's Weeks. He's 1 for 3 with a double down into the right field corner. First pitch strike. And the count 0-2.
Ricky Weeks has fanned 82 times this year, leading the team in that department.
There he goes, and he'll get there.
Now it's going to force the infield in at all 4 positions. put a little more pressure on Tyler Flowers to block anything. Curveball in the dirt. Heads up base running by Nyjer Morgan, because as soon as he saw the ball in the dirt, he just took off.
One ball, two strikes. Gets jammed and flares at right side. Souvenir.
Weeks leads this team in strikeouts, and Jesse Crain could use one here. It was tempting to get it from the side. He did not swing.
It's a 1-0 Gore lead.
Run batted in for Ricky Weeks. Second fastball on the inner portion to hurt Jesse Crain this inning. And the wheels spin, and it goes by Hudson.
Ransom 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts and a pop up to Paulie. Weeks 6 for 6 in stolen bases. Cleveland still shutting out Houston 1-0. That game going to the 9th inning down in Texas.
Back end of that Indian bullpen, Vinny Pastano, Chris Perez. About as good a twosome as there is. Let's see if Houston can get to Perez.
Oh, 1-2 the count. For our guys, Beckham, Dunn, Konerko, Rios. In the bottom of the 10th. Throws it away. So a wild pitch. Now an error.
Jesse just throws it where Paulie can't get it.
Too high, too high.
And there is John Axford. So Rodriguez sits down now that they have the lead. And Axford, who has blown 3 of his last 5 save opportunities, will come on.
Ball hit hard. Piazza. 2 down. Martin Maldonado has singled, struck out, and grounded to third. Won 6-0 for Milwaukee, 0-3-1 for us. That's a fair ball, right over the top. But they come up with the run. We'll go to the bottom of the 10th. We need one to tie. News and highlights, and that's Sportsnet Central every night at 6:30, 10, 10:30 at midnight, only on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
Got some changes. Taylor Green takes over at third base. Ramirez departed for a pinch runner. And John Axford comes into the game with 12 saves, 1-4 record, 5.27 ERA. I talked with Rick Kranitz, the pitching coach, about Axford and why he has struggled lately. He said it's been locating his fastball. He has not been able to do it. 17 walks and 27 in a third. However, 38 strikeouts. And 5 wild pitches if he does get somebody on. So he's got a big fastball and a big overhand hook.
He ran off a streak of 49 in a row. He's got to have something.
He's got exceptional stuff. There was never any doubt about that.
Well, let's just get it started right now. Gordon Beckham, 1-0 the count. And the count 2-0.
He could help out a lot by putting on the leadoff hitter. Gordon got that fastball up and out over the plate and just fouled it straight back.
Come on, Gordon, start us off. Make Sully happy. Three and one. Sully's happy. The dreaded leadoff walk.
Representing the tying run, and that's how you blow 3 of the last 5 saves that you've been afforded.
First pitch strike. Too high, too high. 21.
Greinke went 9 innings, no runs on 3 hits. He walked just 1 and fanned 4. Both he and Sale were magnificent tonight. Hexford got a break there.
He got a big break. A 1-1 count, a big break.
This ball is clearly inside. You could tell because Maldonado pulled it back over the corner. And Dunn can't believe it.
Changes the hold it back. That curveball, line hard but foul. Yes, he did. One out, and that'll bring up Paulie. Pretty good lead by Beckham. Curveball. That's a fair ball. And this ball game is over. So the Sox having a lot of trouble lately scoring any runs as we get beat 1-0 again. Got beat 2-1 the other day. We got beat 1-0. Oh boy.
Well, tonight,
Stevie, we saw 2 outstanding pitchers out there doing their thing.
This was just a great pitching performance, and what happened tonight was a double play. We grounded into Orlando of them, and a great ball game. We come up short.
And our GMC players of the game are our Chris Sale and there's Zack Greinke, our GMC players of the game. So for my partner Steve Stone, our director Jim Angio, our producer Mike Leary, our associate producer Dave Ross, our technical manager Mark Harper, the executive producer Chip Carno Jr., also for the mayor Mean Joe Group, and Mike Murray up here in the booth, Frank D'Amato, and sound down in the truck, Frank Leone. This is the Hawk. So long, everybody. You've been watching Chicago White Sox baseball on Comcast Sportsnet, now part of the NBC Sports Group.